In this video, I'm gonna walk you step by step on how to use the Insta360 One X from out of the box to exporting your first video. Let's get into it. My name is Nolan and this is Think Media, bringing you the best tips and tools to building your influence with online video. Today, we're gonna be talking about the Insta360 One X. Now, if you're not sure why you might need a 360-degree video camera, or you don't even know what this thing can do, then keep watching because this is the beginner's guide to 360 video with the Insta360 One X. Step one is to turn the camera on, and you do that by holding down this bottom button for a couple seconds, and you see it's on because the display is now on and visible. Step two is to download and connect the camera to the app. And so once you've downloaded the app, follow the instructions and connect it to the camera's Wi-Fi signal. For me, since I'm using iPhone, I'll go to my settings app and click Wi-Fi, and then I will just see right here that the One X is available to connect. Click it right there, and I am connected. Now that the camera is connected to our smartphone, we have opened the app, and step three is to select the camera icon and then change it to video mode by selecting the video camera. Now we're getting a live feed of what the camera is seeing, and you can see that if I scroll with my finger around, you can see the camera setup, you can see the shotgun microphone, the lights. One cool feature is that you can see I have this stick connected to the 360 camera, but in the app, it's not there. So the app actually automatically removes the stick from the video. So before recording any video, we wanna make sure two things. We wanna make sure that there is an SD card inside of the camera, and we wanna make sure that we're recording in the highest quality video footage. To change the quality of the video, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see the settings button, and if we click that, we're set to 4K 30 frames per second right now, but we want to change that to 5.7K 30 frames per second. Now, without getting super technical, this just means that we are recording the highest quality video footage, the most amount of pixels, so that when we export our video, it looks the best. Now, on the far right, you see that it says auto. So if we open that up, you'll see there's two options for automatic or manual. Manual lets you manually change your settings, but for the sake of this being a beginner's video guide, we are gonna leave it on automatic and let the camera give us the best settings possible. If you want to shoot slow motion, I recommend using 4K 50 frames per second, which lets you get about 50% slow motion. And if you want even more slow motion, then you can go to the 3K 100 frames per second, but just know that the quality won't be as good. All right, the settings look good, so step four is just to hit record. Now, I've seen this camera used a lot like an action camera. So on their website, they show people using it, whether they're skiing or skydiving or surfing, getting some really cool shots, just like you might see with any other action camera. But the nice thing about using the 360 camera is that in editing, you can change the angle because it's recording everything. And so you really can't miss the shot when you're recording with the 360 camera. The stabilization that comes with the app really makes these shots usable. You can see how shaky some of this footage is, and with that stabilization, the shots come out really, really smooth. Another cool way to use this camera is if you're interviewing someone, and you can see that the monopod kind of turns into a tripod here at the bottom. So if you set it down in between you and the other person, you can export each angle, one of you and one of the person that you're interviewing, and then you send it to your video editing software, and you basically have two cameras with one. Another tip is that you want to make sure that the lens is facing whatever you're wanting to film. So if I'm going to film myself, I'm making sure that this lens is facing me, or this lens is facing me, because the way this camera works is it has two different videos. It has two lenses and it stitches them together. And so you can see right here where it's stitching them together. It's kind of doing some weird things to my face because it's taking both videos and turning it into one 360 video. So if I'm gonna film myself, just make sure that the lens is facing you for the best video quality. Now, there's actually a whole lot more that you can do with this camera. For example, the time shift effect. So this shot looks really cool, and all you gotta do is hold the camera straight, walk in a line, and it will stabilize it for you and add in the effect to make it look like a moving time-lapse shot. You can also buy the dart for the drift shot. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest ways to use this camera. So you just stick it in the dart, and then you can throw it through the air, getting footage that looks similar to a drone. And you can see that when you use this type of shot with slow motion, you can get a really cool shot. Now we're gonna export our video. So in the bottom left-hand corner, we're gonna select that. And now we're gonna select the clip that I want to export. So I found the video that I wanna use, and so I'm gonna set my start points and my end points because the video is about 4 minutes and 50 seconds long, but I really only wanna use about 10 to 15 seconds of it. So with my start point selected, I'm going to scroll to where I want it to start. So this is where I want it to start. So I'm gonna leave it right here. Now I'm gonna set the end points. I can now shorten the clip to where I want it to end. So I'm gonna stop it right about here. So it's 10 seconds long. Now I'm just gonna hit the play button and see if everything looks fine on what I selected. It looks great. So now I'm gonna hit the button in the top right hand corner, and then it's going to download where I can make a few more adjustments in the app. All right, it says import success. And here's where I can change the aspect ratio. So 16:9 wide, which is what I'm gonna wanna use. But I can also do a vertical video like this for Instagram stories or IGTV, as well as just a square video. But for this case, I am going to do 16:9 widescreen. This little button here with the running man lets you change the angle of your shot. So at the beginning, I want it to face me, but at the end, I want it to turn around and be facing the street. And so all I gotta do is click this button, and we're gonna be using the pivot point. So for my first pivot point, I want it to just stick right here facing me. I'm gonna hit the play button. I'm gonna let it play for 2 to 3 seconds. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna set another pivot point. This pivot point is gonna be in the same exact spot because now I want it to turn around and face the street. So I hit play again, and now I want it to be facing the street. So first I have to change my view. So I just do that by moving my finger across the screen, setting up my shot, and then I set my next pivot point. And then if I hit play, it is now facing forward. I'm gonna pause it. Maybe at this time, I kind of want it to slowly turn around back to me. So I'll move the screen around and then set another pivot point. So let's watch it from the beginning and see how it looks. So it starts on me, and then you'll see at this next pivot point, it's gonna turn around. It's facing the street and then slowly comes back to me. So I actually don't really like how it focuses on the road for like a split second and then turns around back to me. So I'm gonna delete that pivot point and just have it focus on the road the rest of the video. You do that by hovering over, and then you see the X, and then you push the X and it's gone. So now we can see if we watch it back, it turns, it focuses on the road, and boom, it's stuck on the road the rest of the time. The last step to add before exporting your video is to go into the settings and remove the watermark. So if you click the settings button here and you scroll down, all you got to do is uncheck the official watermark. So now I go back to the album and I want to go to local. Camera is kind of my raw video. Local is where I made some edits. And this is the video right here. And then I'm going to export to album. The export button is the square with the arrow in the upper right hand corner. I click it and hit album because I want it to go straight to my camera roll. Then I can post it to Instagram, YouTube, wherever I'd like. Step 5 would be to choose your video output. So with this camera, there's basically 2 ways to export your videos. One would be in 360 degrees, where you can put on the VR goggles and look around, and that is a way to export your video. Or the other way is to export it as any other camera, whether it's widescreen or vertical or square. You have all those options within the app. When you export it this way, it's not in 360 degrees. It's going to bring it down into a still widescreen or square vertical video. For the people who want to use this camera with the 360 degree video, I think tours are a great way to do that. Whether you want to show off a gym or a home, you can bring this thing through the house and get a virtual tour on your website. I'm gonna make sure I stay on fixed frame because I'm not wanting a 360 degree video for this specific video. I hit check mark. I exported it to my camera roll because I wanted to add some music and color grading to it. This wasn't the complete video, but now that it's on my phone, I can take it into Final Cut Pro and do all the other editing that I'd like to do there. In my opinion, this is the best 360 degree video camera that you can get under $500. If you're a beginner wanting to get into 360 video, then I definitely recommend this camera for you. I also want to let you know that we have a free gear guide at thinkgearguide.com where you can go see for your budget what cameras and what gear will be best for you. Question of the day is, would you use a 360 degree video camera, and what would you use it for? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.